Hey peeps, we are doing an unboxing today of the Bird King Tarot by Lita Pavlova. I recently purchased her tarot spread book and I really enjoyed it. And so I immediately went to purchase her tarot deck as well because I was intrigued. I really enjoyed the book. I love the way that she offers questions and prompts and encourages you to really build your own in-depth practice with the cards. And so I was really excited to support her by purchasing this deck. This deck did cost me $78 on Amazon. I've waited a few it's probably been a few weeks now because it was before the move that I purchased this. I've waited to unbox it, and my Patreon peeps know this. I had a nice little bitch fest about this in my Get Ready With Me for the month over on Patreon, but I didn't realize that AI was involved in the creation of the deck until after I had purchased it. Now, some of that might be my own fault because I didn't do a serious amount of research. I was just really excited because of how great that book was. But it was a little bit difficult to see that when I had read in the back of the book, it had expressed that she had worked with an artist for the artwork. And so I thought, oh, that's awesome, no AI. And then after I purchased the deck, I saw that it was used with an artist and the help of AI. And I know we all have our own opinions on this. I do not like AI decks in general. I just don't. I don't like the way that they look. I don't like how they feel. They feel manufactured and fake to me, for me personally, and very plastic. Very plastic. I was speaking with a very dear friend of mine and sister in the cards yesterday, in fact, and we were saying that has that kind of like plastic kind of, it feels emotionless to me when I work with that type of artwork. So I'm pretty disappointed. I'm going to open it because I did purchase it and I spent a lot of money on it. I'm frustrated with the price point if she was using AI, just to be straight up and real with everyone, because I would rather have invested that money with an artist who put the blood, sweat, and tears into the creation of their artwork over time. And typically an indie deck these days does run anywhere from $78 to $100. So don't love that I paid that much for a deck that was made using AI. Have to say that, not gonna lie. It's definitely put a bad taste in my mouth. So we'll see how I feel about the artwork, but I did buy it. I'm not going to throw it out. So we're going to unbox it and you can see if maybe it's a deck that you would like to use yourself. So it is called the Bird King Tarot. It's a nice velour kind of matte feel. What did you guys always let me know it is? Rose petal, I guess. And it says, you're entering the realm of Bird King Tarot. It is a mystical post-apocalyptic forest, haunting and comforting at the same time. You'll hear echoes of Slavic folktales and beliefs connected with ancient cults of the king of the birds, a shaman and messenger of the gods. This deck was made for communication with spirits, but it is suitable for any topic and any kind of tarot reading. It's brought to you by Vost and Lita Pavlova and the Modern Magic Press. This was where it's on the back of the box that it says it's made with AI. So I do appreciate that. I would have preferred to see that in an easy to read format on Amazon. But it does say created using AI, digital graphics, and analog photography. Now, if I missed that on Amazon, I was in the middle of moving. That is my fault. But there you go. It is made using AI. So nice box. The side has the little crow feet. I think he's a crow, right? Did I just say that wrong? Or is he a raven? And then it says Modern Magic Press underneath. And that side just says Bird King Tarot. So the inside says, when the birds sing, do you actually listen? And there's a certificate of authenticity saying that it's an original from them. Beware of fake copies and that goose with a knife, it says. It does have a really nice green gilded edging. I do like this touch on the inside. I am a crow and raven girl. Obviously, I have a tattoo of a raven on me. I'm very connected to their magic. My mother was not able to let go of Shakespeare or Edgar Allan Poe when we joined the cult that I grew up in. And so I have a fond place and spot in my heart for crows and ravens for many reasons, not the least of which is Edgar Allan Poe. So I like that we're not wrapped in plastic, just the band. So that's the backing. Not my favorite. I do love the edging though. The edging is lovely. Very shiny, thicker cardstock, but it's very slick, very slick. So it's definitely not a matte. It is a large deck, but it is a traditional like Rider-Waite Smith size, I would say. Here is Darkwood Tarot to compare. So a little bit larger than Darkwood Tarot, but not too big, but not too long. However, it is hefty in the hands if you have smaller hands. So there is that. Oh God. Yep. There's a certificate of authenticity. It is very AI. Trying to get that ring light out of the imagery for you. Let me come in like that. Yeah, so here's the Fool. The Bird King is separate to the deck. And also there's no guidebook, but I'm assuming there's probably a digital PDF. But I will put the link to purchase this deck on Amazon in case you are in love with it. And if you are, more power to you. I'm very happy for you. I'm not. It's better than some of the earlier AI, like Lilith and the Machine, but it's not. You can feel the, yeah, you can feel it. Oh. Yeah, it's just frustrating. I know you guys know this feeling too, and you know that I'm going to be upfront and real with you. I spent $78 on this deck, and I'm not happy that it's AI. I do really enjoyed her book on spreads, and I am in no way meaning to make it sound like I don't think she's a real witch or she doesn't really care about what she does. Please, I'm not slamming her as an individual or as a witch. I'm just frustrated with the AI component. It's not, but it isn't the worst. And I do like the kind of soft lo-fi green tint to the imagery. Interesting, there's like this, do you see that? Those two eyes in the back of the image. Interesting. I don't hate it. I will work with it, but if I want to, I think what I was hoping from this is I really like her. I like the very clear aesthetic that she has as a witch, and like as in, you know, on her website, and she has a very clear, it's very green. It's got this like lo-fi green tint, and I actually really enjoy that. And, you know, I am an OG goth girl, so I was kind of hoping for like a moodier Raven Crow vibe that had a little more color than, say, like Murder of Crows Tarot. I think you can see the Slavic legend for sure aspect. Here's the Hanged Man. It definitely feels like it's leaning a bit more oracle. Like I can absolutely, oh God, I can absolutely see that you could use this to communicate with other entities. I don't like this image. This is really AI'd for me. This is like, yeah, I don't like the devil. I don't know, guys. I don't sugarcoat things, and I think I've built a reputation for being very honest with my reviews. If I love something, I love it. If I don't, I'm pretty upfront with you. And it's not to sway your opinion. You may love this, and so I want you to enjoy it. But if you are like me and you don't enjoy AI artwork in your decks, you know, yeah, this is okay. The moon's okay. I don't mind that. I like the sun. Didn't like those other ones. And unfortunately, the devil is one of my most favorite visual cards in a tarot deck. It's right up there with 9 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. So Judgment card, I understand this imagery. And I don't hate the world. Okay, I get that. It's just, you know, you work with a deck that has photography like Holler Moon Mountains Oracles, or the Flow Tarot is another great example of that. Circle of Doors Tarot, where there's this beautiful, like, it's its own realm you step into. And I think that was we're moving into the Suit of Wands here, guys. I think that was my expectation, and it's just not hitting it for me. It just feels like somebody typed in some words and this is what we got. Like the geese in person, they really look manipulated and plopped in there with that Four of Wands. I do think if you're new to tarot, they are sticking with traditional, this image is kind of cool, traditional symbolism. So if you are new to tarot, you can definitely work with this deck and still be getting to know the structure of traditional tarot. So that's great. Oh, guys, we have so many more cards to go through and I already want to be done. That's an awful thing to say. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you're enjoying this, then you're going to love this deck. If you look at this artwork and you're like, you know what? It's my jam. It's my style. Okay. I do like the prince who is the page, I'm assuming. Yes. The print, that's cute. That's cute. That's very cute. And actually, I think this deck could work with Alice the Wonderland Oracle very well. So I think I will give it a try that way. But like this image is very, very fake in person. I like this king. I do like this king. Is that the queen? I don't know why she went with that choice. Okay, moving on to the swords. I'm dragging this out. I'm very sorry. Kind of a dystopian feel there. I don't understand that. There's the 4. 5 of Swords makes sense. Man, I put on some really great perfume for this too, and I don't want to associate that perfume with this deck. Okay, so the swords are definitely happening in a dystopian universe. And that's kind of cool. I don't know how that really applies to Slavic myth and legend. And I'm not into that. 10. How does that represent the 10 of Swords? I don't know. Her pages are cute. They're very cute. They're sweet. And the knight is, you know, it's definitely showing that action. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Well, if you are looking at this and you're like, it's not for me, I would not make the investment. I wouldn't make the investment. If you're looking at it and you're like, Racine, I understand you don't like it. I really love it. Then, hey, go for it, right? I do like this too. It's very much in alignment with my love affair with the white stag. The 4 is cool. That's cool. I like that image. Interesting. Interesting that the waterfall is so intense, because usually the 5 is like an old pain that you're not letting go of. That's an interesting choice there. I'm going to have to sit with that one. I don't like this. I do like the 8 though. Okay, finally a 10 that makes sense. And I do like her pages. Her knights, I like this one because it's an owl. But see, I wouldn't have gone with a barred owl for the Queen of Cups. That's another interesting choice. I mean, it's almost like the Queen of Wands in this deck is softer than the Queen of Cups. And that's like for my... Yeah, that doesn't computing for me. There's the King. All right, finally, last suit. Don't mind that. Man, what is up with the 3 watchers and all of the 3s? I will try and do some research on that. I will try and do some research on that. That's kind of cute. I do understand the imagery for this, for sure. Not so much that 7. That's the 8. That, oh, okay, I guess we've got honeybees put over the top. So I guess that makes sense. I was like, at first I was like, wait, I'm not seeing the hard work and industriousness, but I do with the honeybees. That makes sense. I like this 9. That's a nice 9. And this 10, while the imagery isn't necessarily my favorite, I do understand this 10. This 10 is computing for me with traditional tarot. Okay, so here's the Prince, which is the Page. Here's the Knight. I do get the imagery for that one. Here's the Queen. And here's the King. Okay, I don't have a good poker face. If you have been with me for a while, you know this, and you know that I don't like this deck. I don't. I'm not feeling it, but I did purchase it. I am going to give it a try. I will do some client readings with it if that feels appropriate for me. I'll definitely do a couple spreads. I'll probably work with her book for the spreads too, because like I said, I do enjoy that book. I was really excited to find someone who seemed very much in alignment with how I work with tarot, which is very much a life path walking, and that you're using it for more than just, am I going to get the job? Does he like me? Does she like me? You know, am I going to move? I love I love that. So I was very excited to support that. I'm not in love with this deck, but if you enjoy the artwork, then this is definitely, hopefully going to help you make a choice about investing. As always, or not as always, as I have been trying to do the last year or so in the unboxings, I will pull a card for us. I think what we should ask is, what am I uncovering about my judgments, since I'm so judgy with this deck? So let's just hold for a moment. What am I uncovering about my judgments in my journey? 7 of Wands. Our judgments are showing us where our boundaries are. So a boundary can be expressed in a healthy way. And as you move through your day to day, you may find that saying no to something that just doesn't work for you actually allows your life to be more seamless and feel more balanced and more fulfilling. And if something doesn't work for you, you get to say no. So I hope if you've been wondering about this deck and wondering about the investment, this unboxing helps you. I probably won't really be talking about this deck further, just to be completely upfront with you and express my own boundary. But hopefully this unboxing helps you if you're interested in purchasing this deck. While I am not a fan of this deck, I am a fan of Lita Pavlova's book, and I will put I'll put the link to my review of her book in the description box down below for you. I will also put the Amazon link to purchase this. I did purchase this with my own funds. I was not sent this deck to review by the artist herself. So I hope you are all doing well out there in the world. I am sending you guys absolute oceans of love, and you know I will see you in the next video. Take care.